Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy, Devon. All right, man, before we get into this video, make sure to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, you hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, man, so the college football 26 deep dive for Dynasty mode dropped today, and some of y'all might have saw my comment. If you've seen the comment, probably not, it's on the screen. I wanted to pretty much talk about basically college football 26, man, you know, especially Dynasty mode, as deep and intuitive as Dynasty mode was and used to be, these Dynasty modes feel very bare minimum. If you don't want to compare it to what we had back then, let's just look at what we have now compared to 25. You know, honestly, man, the way that you guys compartmentalize what's important and what isn't, Dynasty mode in this type of fashion here, it feels very bare minimum. It feels really, really bare minimum. I'm seeing that like a lot of times where you guys talk about certain aspects of Dynasty mode, and it always has something to do along the lines of roster management, coaches, and recruitment. You know what I mean? You could probably throw in transfer portal with recruiting as well, but those are always the three main areas that you always try to focus on. And honestly, man, maybe I'm just spoiled because after I got my hands on Maximum Football, I'm kind of like really getting into the whole aspect of like pretty much they blended franchise mode and Dynasty mode together where you can upgrade your stadium and team and blah, blah, blah. It's really like, you know, deep like that. But aside from that as well, I don't like the whole idea that like this just feels so bare minimum. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they put all the resources and assets into presentation and then gameplay, and then whatever was left after that, then it's Dynasty mode. And to some people, the bare minimum is fine. You know what I mean? Some people are still holding on to the fact that we haven't had a college football in years, so they're just happy that we're back playing college football again. And I understand, I get it. But for me, the more I look at what you guys have done, it just feels really bare minimum. You know what I mean? And it feels like there's so much more you guys can do to it, but you're holding out just to make sure that it's a selling point for the next year's installation. Now, one of the things that I did mention, I believe in the comment if I'm not mistaken, but I'll mention it here. One thing that I didn't like was in Road to Glory, you have NIL deals. I remember when College Football 25 was coming out, and I remember one of the guys was talking about NIL deals, right? This is before we had any gameplay or anything of that regard, and people were trying to like, you know, get the hype going or keep the hype going. And they were talking about NIL deals, and they were talking about basically how in Road to Glory you can get like different NIL deals. And then when I was playing Road to Glory, before I started getting like frustrated the fact that we couldn't play all the positions, you would get like these different deals. Say for example, you get a massage parlor, right? And it helps your guy heal and recover better through the wear and tear. He heals better, or his wear and tear isn't as strong as it normally would be because he has that massage deal, he has that massage parlor deal, NIL deal. But we have that Road to Glory in Dynasty mode. We don't have that. The only way you get these guys to heal and recover is you just sit them out. You just sit them out, and however long it takes for them to get back to low risk or whatever it is for the low wear and tear, then that's it. Now in Dynasty mode, they added some meter to where if that meter depletes or the lower that meter gets, they're not going to be able to bounce back from an injury like how they used to when that meter was full. So now you really don't have a way to get these guys to recover. You know what I'm saying? Like it's to me, it's like y'all could have did that so much better. Like that got executed so poorly to the point where it's like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Some people might hear this and think that, oh, you're just hating, you're just being negative. But no, I'm looking at this as you can do better. You can do so much better. I'm not a bare minimum person. If you're going to go through with it, go all the way through. You know what I'm saying? Don't come half-stepping. You know what I mean? Like college football, yes, it is a highly coveted game that we've been waiting for years. But don't start with this half-stepping mess that Madden is suffering right now. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, the more I look at it, y'all added the trophy room. Trophy room is cool, you know what I mean? But how long have people been asking for that? The trophy room, I remember that was way back in NCAA 08. If you don't believe me, go load up NCAA 08 or go look at like a full playthrough. And as soon as you load up NCAA 08, they bring you right into the trophy room. or like it's the shrine or whatever you want to call it. They bring you straight into that. If you want to talk about EA sports products, then let's go look at ESPN 2K5, then the crib or the crib. You know what I'm saying? You got that. You know what I mean? So as far as the trophy room, that's cool, but how many menus are you willing to sift through to go get to it? And then even then when you do go get to it, it's just a menu with tiles of trophies. You know what I'm saying? There's no real, oh, it's up here on a shelf. You know what I'm saying? You can look at it. You know, you go to this part of this shelf over here is right there. You know what I mean? It's just a menu with floating tiles. Like, how bare minimum is that? But a lot of y'all are happy that we got trophies now. Y'all are happy that we got that. You know what I mean? I'm just sick of the bare minimum. You know what I mean? I even said that franchise mode for, I don't know if it was for 25 or 26, but I said if that was the bare minimum. You know what I mean? I don't even know what franchise mode is going to be like for 26. I don't even know what that's going to be like. But again, we've got to be more immersive with these modes. Like, everything is just so surface level and bare minimum. So much more can be done. But it's like you keep drip feeding us this stuff as if we're not able to, as if you're not able to get this stuff in the game, or it's too difficult, or I can't, we couldn't get that in time, or we couldn't do this. Like, no, like, you know what we want. Like, let's stop acting like we're not getting what we're supposed to get right now. Let's stop that. Stop selling for the bare minimum. You know what I mean? If you want change, you got to speak up for that. But if you're just going to sit there and then, oh, I'm good with that. Oh, I'm fine with what they gave us, man. You know, I'm just glad to have another college football game. I'm glad to have another one. It's okay, man. I mean, I think they're doing a great job. I'm just glad to have fun with college football. If you keep that up, that's what's going to make them keep releasing these half-ass products. But again, it depends on who I'm talking to. So, yeah, I'm going to get up out of here, man. Make sure to like button, comment, subscribe, share the word spread links, because you know how I do. I appreciate love, support y'all for showing the videos, man. Also, I appreciate that. I really, really do. But like I said, man, I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's your boy Jay Divine, and I'm signing out. Peace.